Why does my cat breastfeed like this? Maybe.
Today. Circus act. She's got good balance, hasn't she? She's been on for ages. Tall kitties.
Okay, so we have a bit of a scandal here. We have these cats that we sort of stole from my backyard. They were feral cats, and there's a mother cat in sort of lives around the neighbourhood, and she gave birth to these kittens in my backyard. So we had a bit of an interesting dilemma going on here. What do we do? And Natasha is a big cat lover, and I'm a big cat lover too, but I found I did have some pretty chronic cat allergies, so what to do? How do we get Natasha feeling the cat love? How do we overcome my allergies, and how do we supply food for these animals, and how do we make it a minimal environmental impact? Because I wouldn't personally have cats if I lived in a country area where there was a lot of natural wildlife around. Because we know the cats are killers and they just love hunting and killing stuff just for the fuck of it. But where I live, we don't really have many native birds. We have a couple of honey eaters, which are very, very savvy to cats, and they almost taunt the cats. They're one up above the cats. They're grown up with the cats, so they're used to understanding the danger of the cats. But our cats are quite, even though they're wild, they're quite domesticated. They're like hand and bowls, as you can see. So the first step is we had to catch the cats. We got a trap, and we caught the cats. So there's plenty of ways you can source animal products. You can use your imagination. You don't have to buy it. You can get it from butchers, giveaways. You can get it from dumpsters. You can get it many ways. Roadkill, etc. There's plenty of ways to get meat for cats. I'm just not a fan of buying meat. I don't like supporting the industry with my money. So there's ways you can get it. And so yeah, there's ways to do that. You can raise your cats vegan as well. Plenty of people do that. But I'm a fan of just reusing stuff that's out there for use, and you don't have to buy it. It's so much meat gets thrown out, man, from restaurants or butchers. It's in fish markets. It's insane how much gets thrown out. So be creative. Source ways to do it. Cats also eat cockroaches. These cats do eat bugs. I saw them last night catching a roach, and there's a handbag there that doesn't ever get used. So the issue is, we covered diet. Then I do troll and say these cats eat 100% vegan diet. I'm sort of trolling there. They don't, even though they do enjoy eating some vegan food they find laying around. We do definitely feed them their sort of raw natural diet. I believe cats should be raw as much as possible, raw till 4 at least. And so that's the diet one taking to go. The ethics of taking them away from their mothers. Well, yeah, that's an issue, but it's sort of environmental then, isn't it? If we don't catch these cats, they'd stay feral, and then they keep breeding. Yeah. And then if you've got 50 cats in your garden, eventually you're going to have no native birds, because even if the bird's smart, 50 cats on one bird, it's eventually going to get caught. So you have to do something about that. So these cats are being desexed. Schnitzel the male's been desexed, and I use money from my Patreon to chip in for that. So there's ways out there. There's no government initiative out there to offer, sterilization of cats and dogs. It's crazy. So we have a crazy feral cat crisis going on in Australia right now. There's I don't know, there's hundreds of millions. There's just a lot of fucking feral cats out there, and they're just eating a lot of wild native wildlife and stuff like that. And there's no real government incentives out there. There's no programs. We're putting money into Formula One and fucking building bridges we don't need to build and just stupid shit. And meanwhile, the environment just gets fucked over, largely from animal livestock. But, the cat situation we could clean up very, very quickly. We could hire some hunters out there in the bush just shooting wild cats, because we know that baits don't really work very effective. They also kill native animals and stuff like that, and it's not a good way to die of poison. It's not really humane, but one shot, for a wild cat is definitely a better way. A lot of people disagree with that. They think, we shouldn't kill any animals, and I disagree, because then the environment suffers. The environment suffers. So the cat is an incredible killer. They're just so, they're so effective. They're so, destructive in some ways, but they can also be quite great little companion animals. And I'm a big cat fan. And my cat allergy, let's talk about that. I started taking some echinacea and vitamin C, and now I can sleep with the cats. Have a little schnitzel snuggle up with me last night, and it's crazy. My cat allergy is like 98% gone. I used to have crazy itchy eyes, itchy throat, couldn't breathe properly. This is only a few weeks ago. Then started doing reasonably high dosage vitamin C, like 2,000 milligrams a day, and the symptoms of the cat allergy have gone away. So it's fantastic that I can have these cats in my house without feeling like I've constantly got the flu or itchy eyes or things like that. It's really, so if you're out there suffering a cat allergy, or we know someone who is, dose them up with some vitamin C for a week, like 2,000 milligrams a day, and maybe take in some echinacea as well, and see how you go with your allergies. It's been a game changer for me, because I was seriously like, what are we doing here? I even took prednisone once, a couple of pills of prednisone, and that definitely made a huge change. I could breathe in the running race, but understanding prednisone isn't a healthy thing to take regularly. So I was looking for ways I could treat my cat allergy, and vitamin C seemed to do it in the echinacea. So, and those combinations seem to work wonders. So there you go, try that out. There's a place for pharmaceuticals in extreme situations, but otherwise, do your best to find natural resolutions. So maybe I was lacking vitamin C. Maybe I just needed more vitamin C than I was getting from my fruit. Who knows? But these little cats, they're very cute, and they're very adorable, and they're getting desexed one by one just as they get more mature. And there's this little schnitzel here. Schnitzel, I'm not sure why, but he's always sucking a finger, or he tries to suck your nipples. And he's an adorable cat. And these cats have a massive recall. If I just make a little kissy sound, like, then they all come running. From wherever they are in the garden, they come running inside. And we generally have them locked up at night time, sleeping inside. So there you go. So cat answers, a bit of troll in there. Appreciate the sense of humours. And we'll see you next video. Got any comments or questions? Hit it down below. Cheers, guys.